Today on Inside the Box, presented by Wilson's Transportation. We will chat with Senior A Coquitlam Adanacs new general manager Shawn Joinson. Aaron Schultz chats with newly acquired Langley Thunder Hammond Jones. And we take a look at the playoff picture of the BC Junior Lacrosse League. That and so much more you're currently watching Into the Box, presented by Wilson's Transportation. And this is Inside the Box, presented by Wilson's Transportation. Again, I'm your host, Tally Campbell. There isn't much news to get this week in the BC Junior Lacrosse League and the Western Lacrosse Association, but we'll start first in the WLA, where the Burnaby Lakers have announced the return of Jamie Lincoln. Lincoln also plays National Lacrosse League. He was selected in the second round, 14th overall in the 2011 draft. In 39 games, he has a total of 51 goals and 34 assists. In the BC Junior Lacrosse League, a trade to get to first, the Nanaimo Timbermen traded away Cole Karushka to the Ontario Lacrosse League in exchange for future considerations. This season for the Timbermen, Karushka in 13 games, he had 13 goals and 12 assists for a total of 25 points. And sticking in trade news right now, the Delta Islanders have traded away Patrick Thornhall in exchange for Langley Thunder's Bryce Porcho. Bryce, in 11 games with the Thunder, has 39 points, 20 goals, and 19 assists. He will be a big addition to the Islanders roster. And there is only a few weeks remaining in the BC Junior Lacrosse League action so far, so we're going to take a look at the schedule, how it stands right now in the standing-wise. Of course, the top 4 teams make the playoffs, and right now, top 4 team in 4th-seeded place is the New Westminster Sandbellies. And right now, Sandbellies hold that final playoff spot, as I just said, with 18 points, as it shows in the league website. Now, the team will have 2 points taken away due to an ineligible player, which recently played on the weekend, so 16 points with 15 games played. That, of course, is still being talked over with the Governors, but those 2 points will be taken away, so 16 points, not the 18 they have on the website. Now, the 5th-seeded team are the Langley Thunder. However, they have 2 more games played than the Nanaimo Timbermen, and are only 1 point difference. So let's take a look at the Nanaimo Timbermen. With 15 games played, the record is 5-9-1 with a total of 11 points. Now, that puts them 5 points away from the New Westminster Sandbellies with 6 games remaining. They will play the Islanders, Shamrocks, Saints, Lakers, Thunder, and even one more matchup against the New Westminster Sandbellies. Now, looking at the 4th-seeded place team, the New Westminster Sandbellies' remaining schedule, they also have 6 games remaining, 2 versus the Lakers and the Islanders, with 1 against Coquitlam and 1 against the Timbermen. So a total of 12 points are in the air for both teams, with the Sandbellies having the upper hand with 5 points. However, theoretically speaking, people would say the Nanaimo Timbermen have the easier schedule remaining, as the New Western Sandbellies have Delta and Coquitlam as well. So it's going to be interesting. Like I said, 5 points right now takes a difference. 16 points, not 18 points, the Sandbellies have right now, and we'll take a look at the remaining of the schedule. Of course, a few more weeks remaining in the schedule, and the big game people will talk about will be the June 28th game, which is our game of the week, presented by Ali Bob Pizza. It will be the New Western Sandbellies taking on the Nanaimo Timbermen. That's going to be a huge game. That's all this weekend news for the BC Junior Lacrosse League and the Western Lacrosse Association. Here's a word from our sponsors.
Getting there is half the fun.
The drivers are so nice. They make us feel safe, and they're very courteous. They handle our luggage.
It's a great price, and I don't have to bug my friends at 6 in the morning.
It comes every 35 minutes. It's very convenient, and it's a much less expensive option than taking a taxi cab, which is great for me and my bosses.
I like it.
Boom, I'm there at the airport right away.
It just makes sense.
Frequent, affordable, and reliable. The YYJ Airport Shuttle.
And welcome back to Into the Box, presented by Wilson's Transportation. Of course, Wilson Transportation is a division company of the YYJ Shuttle. Wilson Transportation is the largest bus carrier on Vancouver Island, and they are a provider of many teams in the Western Lacrosse Association and the BC Junior Lacrosse League. At this time, I'm now joined by the newly appointed General Manager of the Coquitlam Senior A Adanacs, Shawn Joinson. Shawn, of course, replacing Kevin Hill, who was fired not too long ago. Talk about the whole process of Kevin Hill being fired and you becoming what you were Assistant General Manager to now being General Manager.
No, we weren't expecting it, not one bit actually. The morning that Kevin was let go, he called me on the cell phone and, on his way to work, stating that he was let go, to our shock. It's unfortunate, the situation, but we must, as a club, move on.
And in all seriousness, right now, Shawn Joinson, you guys have now won 3 in a row. Many expect you guys not to even win one in the game this season, as Bruce Murray was talking to Aaron Schultz about not too long ago. Is the season progressing the way you wanted to?
Obviously, we go into the regular season with the expectations to make the playoffs. There's a lot of people, naysayers out there, saying that we have a no-name roster and expect us to finish dead last in the league. We know that the 25 guys that we've assembled are quite capable of playing lacrosse. 14 of the 25 have never really played together. So obviously there's going to be a gelling period, and there's nothing like live lacrosse action to get these guys suited to playing to each other. And the first two games obviously didn't go the way we wanted to, but the last three have kind of gone the way that we were hoping, and we plan on building on that from moving forward.
And lastly, Shawn, what is your goal as general manager for the season with the Coquitlam Adanacs?
Sure, our goals are to this year obviously make the playoffs. Ideally we'd like to make a deep run into it, and for years to come, we're expecting to bolster our roster, get some of the guys that we currently don't have in our lineup, the Wesley Birds, Brendan Goodwin's, the Gastaldos, them into the lineup and make a push for the Man Cup down the road.
Great, thank you very much. That's Shawn Joinson, the Senior A Coquitlam Adanacs General Manager. It's now time to throw things to our Alibaba Game of the Week. It's the Delta Islanders taking on the Victoria Shamrocks.
Side, one of the more dangerous offensive players for this Adanacs team. There's a long, low shot and a goal. Now out front, scores there. That down low to McIntyre out front. Quick shot and saved by Claxton. And it rolls through Claxton, catches the ground on the backspin and goes in. Thompson Marshall. Pick up, shot, goal! As Claxton uses, they're much lighter, much easier to move around. There's a shot and a goal as one goes right over top of the head of Campbell, right side pace. Pass down low. Quick shot and a goal. Beautiful passing play by the Coquitlam. But short-handed or not, the Shamrocks need offense. And there's Chiquin with a beautiful goal. Short-handed, totally deked out Del Bianco. He's back in, and he will probably stay in for the remainder. There's a shot and a quick goal. Kujela out front, quick stick down low. Schaefer. Burst of goals is continuing. It's now 13-7 for the Lakers. Pace up high, shot. Adanacs are just drawing out every offensive opportunity just to kill that clock, as there's another hard shot and a rebound.
Hi, can I get a...
Alibaba Pizza. Satisfy your cravings.
That was your Game of the Week presented by Alibaba Pizza. Victoria Shamrocks taking on the Delta Islanders. We're going to now send things over to Aaron Schultz, who's speaking to Hammond Jones, the newly acquired Langley Thunder. Schultz?
Thanks, Tally. I'm here with Hammond Jones of the Langley Junior A Thunder. Unfortunately, a 17-12 loss here at the Frank Crane Arena to the Nanaimo Junior A Timbermen. Hammond, you guys trailed at 1.6-1, but you never gave up fighting. It was a high offensive game, 17-2. What do you think the difference was today?
Well, I just think they're more prepared than us. It's not really an excuse coming out with 16 guys, but we were pretty tired going throughout the game. A couple guys went down with injuries, so we're playing with 14, 15 guys, but still, we should have came out with a win there. We were coming back pretty strong, but it's not the way she went.
Recently, you were acquired from the Coquitlam Junior A Adanacs to come to Langley. How did you hear about the trade, and what was your reaction?
My GM, Scott Wortley over in Coquitlam, we're kind of talking the week before about that it might happen, might not. They put some fielders out around the league, and Langley picked me up a week later. So, wasn't too big of a surprise, but, nonetheless, Coquitlam's doing really well this year. So to come to a team like Langley that, we're pushing for a spot here, the last spot, but, I like it. It's a good program. We're growing. We're a young group, so I'm excited to be here.
Now, Coquitlam wasn't your first team. You're sort of become a journeyman already, sort of, in the BC Junior A Lacrosse League. You went to New Westminster before, you went to Burnaby before, Coquitlam, and now Langley. How does Langley differ from all your past three cities?
Well, playing intermediate A in New West, my first 2 years out here, was a real good experience. I got called up to Burnaby for a couple games my second year, and then, Langley, as far as the other teams, I like the way it's set up. I like management. The players are great. There's some good things going here in the future, so I'm excited.
Langley, what do you think it'll take to get the Langley Thunder into the playoffs? You guys are in the final quarter of the season, neck and neck with Nanaimo and other teams trying to get in. Do you think you'll be able to get this final playoff spot?
We just got to play our Thunder ball. We can't take any nights off. Got to play full 60 minutes. We've had trouble with that in the past, and I think tonight proved it. Not playing the full 60 and what can happen. So I think we should really focus up. We got Coquitlam on Thursday, so we're gonna really push for 60 minutes and hopefully get the win out in the LEC there.
Thank you very much for doing this, Hammond, and safe travel back home. That was Hammond Jones of the Langley Junior A Thunder after a 17-12 defeat to Nanaimo Junior A Timbermen here at the Frank Crane Arena in Nanaimo. The Langley Thunder are still continuing their playoff push. Now we're going to send things back to Tally Campbell. Tally?
Great, thank you, Schultz, and good luck to Hammond Jones and Langley Thunder in the remainder of the BC Junior Lacrosse season. Tick, tack, save. It's now time for Lighthouse Bistro Vine of the Week.
Get down!
And folks, that's all the time we have on this edition of Into the Box presented by Wilson's Transportation. Of course, Wilson's is the largest bus carrier on Vancouver Island. Thanks to all of our guests, Shawn, Joinson, and Hammond Jones, to all our sponsors, Alibaba Pizza and the Lighthouse Bistro, and our parent company, iNet Online. I'm Tally Campbell for Aaron Schultz and Chris Ramones Micklin. Have yourself a fantastic night. See you guys back next week.